In the tapestry of Islamic eschatology, few names evoke as much mystery and intrigue as Yajuj and Majuj, known in other traditions as Gog and Magog. Their story is one filled with ancient echoes and apocalyptic shadows, tying together ancient peoples, legendary barriers, and the final days. References to Yajuj and Majuj chiefly appear in the Qur'an and the Hadith literature, those sayings and traditions attributed to the Prophet Muhammad. The Qur'an describes these entities not in great physical detail, but it does stress their menace. They are depicted as a powerful, rampant force, relentless, and nearly unstoppable in their drive to cause corruption and chaos. In the Qur'an, they are introduced amidst the travels of Dhul-Qarnayn, a righteous and just ruler, sometimes identified in various interpretations with Alexander the Great or a similar kingly figure. As the narrative unfolds, Dhul-Qarnayn journeys to the ends of the known world, where he encounters communities living in fear of relentless oppressors, those same Yajuj and Majuj. The people beseech Dhul-Qarnayn for help, offering him tribute if he can save them. In response, he constructs an imposing barrier, a dam or wall built of iron and molten copper, wedged tightly between two mountains. This formidable barrier, according to the text, successfully holds Yajuj and Majuj at bay for centuries, their efforts to scale or break open the wall ending in futility. Yet, the story doesn't end at the barrier's completion. In Islamic tradition, this wall is ultimately only a temporary answer. At the very end of days, Islamic prophecies hold that the barrier will crumble, unleashing Yajuj and Majuj upon the world once again. Their release is one of the unmistakable signs of the imminence of the Day of Judgment, the great reckoning when all peoples will be called to account for their deeds. Descriptions in the Hadith literature, while still enigmatic, offer additional glimpses. Yajuj and Majuj are said to be an immense multitude, a people so numerous that their onslaught would seem like a tidal wave. Some narrations describe how, after breaking free, they will surge over every hill and valley, overwhelming communities and drinking up rivers. Their sheer numbers are emphasized in apocalyptic imagery. For every one human, there will be 1,000 of Yajuj and Majuj. Islamic scholarship has long debated whether Yajuj and Majuj are human tribes, supernatural creatures, or symbolic representations of chaos. Some have pointed to possible links between these names and various nomadic peoples of Central Asia, drawing upon ancient memories of invasions that threatened established civilizations. However, the Quranic narrative preserves ambiguity, focusing more on their threat and their role in the grand scheme of final events than on physical description. As for the location of their mysterious barrier, it remains shrouded in speculation. Its precise geography is less important than its symbolic power. The wall separates the world of relative peace from the realm of unchecked chaos. The final eruption of Yajuj and Majuj is framed as an ultimate trial for humanity. According to prophetic traditions, Prophet Isa, Jesus, will be present during these events, returning near the end of time. When Yajuj and Majuj break forth, tremendous devastation ensues. Human strength proves futile. The faithful take shelter, praying for deliverance. It is only through divine intervention that Yajuj and Majuj are eventually defeated. The narrations describe a miraculous end. God will send forth creatures, sometimes described as worms or insects, that will strike Yajuj and Majuj, leading to their demise. Then the land so recently ravaged will be cleansed, and peace will be restored as a prelude to the final hour. The story of Yajuj and Majuj thus occupies a unique place in the Islam. It is a tale both universal and particular, the age-old fear of invasion and societal collapse merged with the hope for final justice. It is not mere myth or fable, but a warning and a promise, reminding believers of the limits of human power, the certainty of divine decree, and the reality that beneath history's surface, unseen forces still move, and patterns yet unseen will someday emerge. For many Muslims, Yajuj and Majuj remain symbols of ultimate tribulation, a reminder that before the dawn of the world's last day, there will be a night darker and more perilous than any that came before. Their story ties the distant past to the promised future, standing as a signpost to the mysteries that still await at history's end.